Okay, I'm now going to show you how to do your tonal strips. Okay, you've had a go on your own, okay, in this section here. I'm now going to show you how to get those dark, medium and light tones. So, I'm going to start in my first box, okay. I'm going to start with the darkest tone, okay. So, in order to get those dark tones, I want to press down quite hard with my pencil, and I'm layering up my pencil. Can you see that I'm going in different directions? And I'm slowly layering up my pencil work. The reason I'm going in different directions is that we get that nice smooth finish. So we don't want, for example, I'm going to show you on my spare piece of paper that I've got on the side, we don't want to just see a scribble, you pressing down hard and seeing those white lines in the middle. You want to layer up your pencil, and can you see me going in different directions and getting that nice smooth dark finish, and I'm pressing down nice and hard. You want to check your pencil to see if you need to sharpen it, okay, because the more that you press down, the more lead from your pencil is taken off and it gets blunt, okay. So you want to go in different directions. If you want to have a practice page before you do it in your booklet, turn to the back of your sketchbook and have a go at doing this, okay? Once you're happy with your technique, you're going to go back to your booklet, you're going to make sure you're nice and neat in between the lines, and you're going to press down nice and hard in different directions to get that dark finish. You can turn around your booklet, so when it's facing you, you can get nice and neat in between the lines, and you can check that it's nice and even in the finish. Okay, so I've got my first box ready and I'm done. I'm now going to go to my next one. In order to get this slightly lighter shade, I need to not press as hard. So this is a point where you might want to try out in the back of your sketchbook. You might want to try practicing it a little bit lighter. So you can see here, I'm still pressing down reasonably hard, but I'm not pressing down as hard as I was before, okay? I'm layering up, I'm slowly layering up. So I'm still going in different directions. I want to get that nice smooth finish. You can even put it close to the example here to check that you're going for the right shade. So it's slowly building up, and you can see that it's slightly lighter than this one. That's what you want to aim for. Once you're happy with that, okay, you can then go and do it in your booklet. So I'm keeping it light to start off with. I'm not pressing down too hard. I'm going in different directions, so I've got that nice smooth finish. Crossing over and filling that box. You don't want any white gaps, okay? You want to make it nice and full and keeping in between the lines. Okay, at the moment you can see that I've got some of my edges a little bit darker and some of my middle a little bit lighter. I want to avoid that. I want it to be all the same shade, okay? Because I've gone nice and light, I can still afford to go a little bit darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly go over the top to get it all the same tone. Okay, pretty happy with that. It's slightly lighter than this one. Okay, and now I'm going to go even lighter. So again, raising my pencil, this is when it gets a little bit more tricky. You want that subtle difference, but you don't want it to be exactly the same. So you've got to be really, really careful here. So at the moment, I'm just shading across the whole bit, okay? But as you can see, you can still kind of see the white gaps in the middle. So now I'm going to go in a different direction. And I'm slowly layering it up. So I've got that nice smooth finish. And my pencil is layering over the top. Again, if you want to have a go in the back of your sketchbook before you do this, you can. Okay, and it's gone a little bit lighter. In fact, I'm going to go over it a little bit more because I don't want to go too light too fast. So we're still aiming for this tone. In fact, I might even go a little bit more over the one before it. To keep that gradual difference. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It's looking quite similar to the shade that I'm aiming for here. Okay, and then we're just going to continue to our next slide, on our next box. Now I'm keeping it really, really light now. Okay, I don't want to press down too hard. Nice and light. I'm going to start off in one direction for this one. So I'm going to shade in one direction, like so. And then I'm crossing over in a different direction, so I'm getting that nice, smooth finish. Remember, you're eventually going to white, okay? So you've only got 2 more boxes after this until you have to be completely white. So you just want to have that nice, smooth transition. So you're creating that nice blend. I think I can afford to go a little bit darker on this one. You'll see on your pencil as well that it is smoother on one end because of where you've been shading. Use that nice smooth end now. So I'm not shading from the top like this. I'm not using the tip of my pencil. Ooh, where's the camera? There it is. I'm not using the tip of my pencil. I'm using the side of my pencil to get that nice, smooth finish. Okay? And then going on to the next one, and I'm going even lighter, okay? This is where you might want to try practicing again on your piece of paper about how light you can go. I'm hardly pressing down with my pencil here, okay? I'm keeping nice and light, and I'm going in different directions to slowly layer up that tone. You don't want to get that correct tone straight away, so you're pressing down a little bit harder in the hope that you're going to get it perfect first time, because you'll still be able to see that direction in which you've shaded. Okay, you want to go in different directions so you've got that nice smooth finish. Okay, we're trying to create the illusion that this can be created in pencil. Okay, you want to try and copy that as much as possible. Okay, so now I'm going to go even lighter. So you can see how lightly I've pressed. You can hardly see on the camera. Okay, so I'm going nice and light now, and I'm slowly now just going in the opposite direction. Okay, you want that nice, smooth finish. You want to create the illusion that it's not been done by a pencil. The more that you layer up your pencil at the same time, the more it gets darker. So you still want to have that fine line of having a nice smooth finish, but also you want to not layer it up too much. So this is when it gets a little bit tricky. Okay, you can use your finger to blend it out if you want. Okay, if you want to smooth out the edges. Okay, but the real test is you doing it with your pencil. You may also notice that I'm not holding the pencil too near the end, okay? If I did that, I'm more likely to press down harder, okay, by accident. If I did it over here, then I've got it, it's easier to have it nice and light, okay? The pressure is not too much on the end of that pencil, it's more at this point in the pencil. With that though, you lose more control, okay? So you've got to find that nice balance, have your hand on your desk, okay, and make sure you've got that nice control. I'm now going on to the last box, which in my opinion is the hardest one, okay? So you want to keep it super light. I'm hardly pressing down at all. I've got my hand rested on the table and I'm just shading nice and lightly. I can move my paper around and I'm just shading really lightly, not pressing down too hard. Trying not to leave any white gaps because you can still see them even though you're going really light. Okay, and that is your lightest tone. Okay, so we've gone from dark all the way up to light. Good luck with that.